Hey guys, my name is Bobby, and in this episode of the Selling Singapore talk show, we are going to review another upcoming project, and this time it's going to be Woodleigh Residences as requested by one of our viewers. Mr. Patrick, this one's for you. Okay, let's begin by going through some of the stats and facts of this development. So this is a 99-year leasehold project that is under construction and is currently in the concrete framework stage as of the date of taking this video. So it's expected to TOP in about August of 2023. And this development is going to hold 667 residential units with 2 bedrooms to 4 bedroom unit types. So, being an integrated development, Woodleigh Residences is going to enjoy some key features that will set it apart from other projects in the vicinity. For instance, you are going to have Woodleigh Mall and direct access to Woodleigh MRT station right below your home. So, if we take a look at the illustration over here, which is the brochure from the developer, you've got basements 1 through 3 which will hold your car park and your linkway to the underground bus interchange right beside you, and you also have the Woodleigh MRT station access at B2. So basement 1 will also hold a food hall and supermarkets for your convenience, and then you get more retail shops through level 1, 2 and 3 of Woodleigh Mall. And more than that, this place will also have a community club and a childcare center within it. So, just by looking at these features, we already think that Woodleigh Residences may be an interesting choice for prospective buyers that are looking at new developments in the city fringe of Singapore. Next up, we look further into the neighbourhood of where this development is located. So, Woodleigh Residences is located right off the Upper Serangoon Viaduct within the Bidadari Estate. And as most of us might know about the recent trends in the Bidadari Estate, the take-up rate over the last few HDB BTO launches have all been oversubscribed with nearly 2 times as many applicants as there are available units. So what that means is that once these BTOs launch and the owners start to move in, there are going to be many young families that are going to be setting up their roots with their children growing up in this estate and neighbourhood. Now let us try to understand why that is so. Firstly, of course, Bidadari is located in the city fringe of Singapore, and that places itself in a very steep competition with HDB estates like Bishan, Ang Mo Kio and Toa Payoh. Secondly, with the URA Bidadari master plan that is going to revitalize this mature estate and bring about huge changes like a 10-hectare area Bidadari Park with greenways, heritage walks and communal spaces, it brings about a new level of freshness and becomes an extremely popular choice for young families. Last but not least, this estate is filled with renowned schools in its vicinity. You have got Mary Stella, St. Andrew and Cedar Primary just to name a few. So, what does this mean for Woodleigh Residences? Well, if we look at the timeline for the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to have a lot of these BTO owners which have hit their 5 years MOP mark, and at the same time they have already established their roots within the Bidadari estate with their children potentially studying in the schools in the vicinity. So, when these people are looking to upgrade to a private condominium, Woodleigh Residences is going to stand out as a prominent choice for them. Now, let's look back into the development itself. So, we have 667 units from levels 3 to 13 with 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms and 4 bedroom options. Now let's first check out the facade of the development. So Woodleigh Residences from top down is shaped in a C facing towards the Alcove Lake. So there are road facing units, inward facing units and HDB estates facing units. The most premium stacks are of course going to be the ones facing the opening of this C-shaped configuration, where you are going to get a clear view of the Alcove Lake ahead of you with the condo amenities right below. Speaking of amenities, this condo comes decked out with 3 pools, gyms, barbecue pits and loads of communal spaces on the 3rd level. They are also going to incorporate lots of greens in the design accents of the communal spaces, which I think is going to blend in really beautifully with the nature vibe of the Alcove Lake we have right ahead of us. Of course, this development first launched in May of 2019 and the take-up rate for the units have been pretty hot. So if you look at the elevation chart, as of the time of taking this video, you can see that many of the 2-bedroom units have already been sold. So we can see that this development seems like it's already receiving a lot of positive response from property investors who usually go for the smaller units. Now begs the question, is it a good time to buy in right now? Well, let's look at some of the numbers. If you take a look at this graph of the PSF range over the course of the past 2 years since launch, you can see that there were several high points and low points for the sale price, so let's break it down. In the beginning of launch in May 2019, the developers were offering attractive prices of as low as 1732 PSF. So that is due to the new launch early bird discounts that the early entry buyers got to enjoy. And then we look further down the line and you will see the prices start to stagnate until June 2020, and then there was a spike between June to October of 2020, and moving further along closer to today, we see that the prices hover around the 2k to 2.2k average PSF range. Now, to understand further, let's look at the graph below. So this graph tells us the volume of transactions over the period from May 2019 till date. So from here, we can see the response as such. In the beginning, sale was hot because of the new launch early bird pricing, with more than 120 units purchased in the first 3 months. And then it started to cool off to about 15 to 21 units per month. So things start getting interesting at the period of Jan to June 2020, which we all unfortunately know too well as the time when pandemic hit us. And then when circuit breaker was lifted and we moved into phase 2, the pent-up demand over the months of uncertainty spilled over onto the months of June through October, where you can see that more than 150 units have been sold. Now in this round of spike, it was different because if you refer back to the graph above, the average PSF was actually higher than in the beginning months. So if we fast forward to the present, you'll see that the number of sales has started to taper down again. The PSF range have also hit a high of 2180 PSF with 17 units transacted in April 2021. Now, we all know that the pandemic situation has changed the perspectives of many people when it comes to property. We all need more space and we value the quality of our homes way more right now, considering the fact that we need to stay in our houses most of the time. And all of that is resulting in an uptrend in the property prices in Singapore. However, at this point, the prices in Woodleigh Residences have not deviated too far. That means that there are other owners that have entered at similar price ranges, and that creates a safety net for buyers who are looking to enter right now. Another thing you can take away from this graph is the effect that the current pandemic has on the property market. So, in times of stability, you can look at all these numbers and it tells you a lot about what and when to buy. But in the current situation when the world and Singapore alike are constantly changing and adapting to the pandemic situation, these numbers appear way more erratic and inconsistent, and you cannot depend on them anymore to make a sound decision on what property to purchase. So, if I am a buyer today, I'm going to have to look at the more consistent and tangible aspects of a certain property before making a decision. And that means the things that you can see, feel and touch. Take for instance Woodleigh Residences. The fact that it is an integrated development and it being in the RCR region of Singapore creates this accessibility and convenience that is not going to go away, and neither is the demand for it, whether there is pandemic or not. Furthermore, if you look at the HDB projects in the Bidadari Estate that have already completed and these owners are already moving into their units, that means that their 5 years MOP is likely going to land in 2025 or so. So, if we look at 2021, you purchase a unit right here in Woodleigh Residences right now and you factor in the 3 years SSD period, then you may well open yourself up to a very healthy pool of potential HDB upgraders when the time comes 2025. So right now, we're going to dive in slightly deeper and look at some of the 4-bedroom layouts and stacks for analysis, and this is especially for our viewer, Mr. Patrick. So when we look at the 4-bedroom layouts, there are 2 stacks that we can use for comparison, namely stack 03, which is located at block 13 at the bottom right of this site plan over here, and then we've got stack 35, which is at block 23. So this one's located right smack in the middle, facing the alcove lake and the amenities right below you. So as I mentioned earlier, this center facing stack has a premium price, and if we look deeper at the elevation chart right here, you can see that if we compare the level 6 units for a difference of 1270 square feet versus 1281 square feet, and there's a difference of 11 square feet, we have a total premium difference of 320,000 in terms of its price quantum. Now let's take a closer look at the individual floor plans to see whether this positioning in the condo is a good buy. So if you take 0603, which is at block 13, that's the one at the far right hand side corner as we have shown previously. We have got this private lift that enters you into this foyer area, and then once you go through this door, you have your living room and a balcony space right in front of you. And then your closed kitchen is tucked right at the end here with an access to a yard, and then you have got your service lift entrance right at the end over here. So the rooms are consistently facing the same direction except for bedroom 4 over here where you have an alternate placement, and then for the other rooms they are pretty standard. You've got pretty good sizes, and then your master bedroom also has an outdoor balcony space plus its ensuite bathroom. So let's look at the premium 0635, which carries a quantum of $3 million. In terms of its layout, I would say it's slightly more efficient because you've got better security here. As you exit from your private lift, you are greeted by this foyer area which holds both the private lift entrance and the service lift lobby entrance. So you've only got one location where the guest or yourself can come in, so that creates a little bit more security right there. So similarly, you enter through this main door and then you're greeted by a squarish living area with this open close concept kitchen. You have the option of closing it up right here and right here, and then you've got this counter space where you can choose to leave it as it is or convert into an open kitchen concept. And similarly, right at the back, you've got your yard area for your maid's bath and your utility room. And the room layouts are pretty similar, except that you notice that this 0635 does not have a balcony space for its master bedroom. So if you're someone like Mr. Patrick who are looking for 4-bedroom configurations within Woodleigh Residences, I hope this is a good reference for you. You can see for yourself whether this $320,000 difference can be justified with the different layout and the premium facing of it being right smack in the middle of the condo. If not, for a price tag of 2.68 million, you are able to enter into a level 6 unit right here at Woodleigh Residences for a 4-bedroom unit. So, if you're someone who values the premiumcy of being located in the middle of the development with the view of the alcove lake right in front of you, plus the added security that the layout provides, then the price tag difference of $320,000 might be justifiable for you. But personally, I feel that the stack at 03 at the lower price point of 2.68 million for a level 6 unit provides a safer entry point and has a better margin for potential capital appreciation in the future. So, if any one of you are keen to know more about the different unit types and stack comparisons, then you can reach out to me or the team at Selling Singapore, and we'll be happy to share more details with you. All in all, we advise all our buyers to not panic buy and make informed decisions before you purchase any property. If you enjoyed our video so far, then remember to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more of such content. And if you have any other developments that you would like us to review next, do drop it down in the comment section down below. I'm Bobby, Selling Singapore, and I'll see you soon.